Alright guys, so a couple of months ago, you may have remembered me mentioning that I was going to Sweetwater. And then I never really said anything about it again after that. Well, that's because what I was doing out there, not known to me at the time, was actually really secretive. But today, I finally get to share that with you guys. Let's do it! Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. Kyle here again, and we're going to skip the whole intro thing because I just want to make a quick little impromptu video. This was not a planned video, but I basically a couple of months ago got to take a trip out to Sweetwater, and I couldn't tell anybody about it because there was kind of some secret behind the scenes stuff going on. He actually didn't even tell me what it was for, so it was even a secret to me up until literally the very last possible minute, up until we started filming for what you guys are gonna see on Sweetwater's channel today. But I'm already getting ahead of myself. My storytelling skills are not good. So let's start at the beginning. Sweetwater hit me up kind of out of the blue. Obviously, I work with Sweetwater to do sponsored videos and stuff like that. They are a huge supporter of the channel, and I really appreciate everything that they do for me. So anytime they reach out to me and ask me to do anything, I'm always pretty much immediately on board. And that was kind of the case here. Josh reached out. He said that they were wanting to film some content and asked me if I wanted to come out for a few days. And before I even knew what it was about, I didn't even ask at that point, to be honest. I just said yes. Because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I wanted to go to Sweetwater anyways to check out the massive music store and just kind of take a look at the facility and see what was going on there. So yeah, without really any hesitation, I replied to him and I said, yeah man, let's do it. So he got back to me pretty much immediately and he's like, okay, I'll book you a plane ticket. And honestly, I was genuinely surprised to hear that. You know, like that's kind of a big deal, booking somebody a plane ticket, flying them out to make content. Like it's just, my YouTube channel is so young that like it still blows me away when companies offer to do things like that. Even just like companies wanting to work with me, it's something that I have to remind myself of, like this stuff is gonna happen at the rate that the channel's growing and everything, but every time that it does, I'm still just kind of blown away by it. So anyways, they booked me a plane ticket. I was all set to fly out there. And of course, the morning that I wake up at 5 in the morning, I'm super nervous. I barely slept all night and I check in on my flight and my flight's canceled. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Is this trip already just not gonna happen? Am I gonna get this opportunity again? A million things start racing through my mind at that moment. So the first thing that I do, hit up Josh, ask him what we can do, and ask him like, is it okay if I just drive out there? Like Fort Wayne's not that far. And he hits me back and he says, yeah, if you want to drive, go ahead and drive. And I'm like, that is perfect, because then I can do what I always do when I take road trips, and I can kind of hunt for some gear along the way. Did just that. Found some stuff. It worked out for everybody. So that later that night, I threw everything in my car. I drove out there. What's up guys? Kyle here again, and today we're headed to Sweetwater. If I'm driving out, that means I can pick up some gear along the way. Got into town pretty close to 11 o'clock, checked into my hotel, and tried to sleep that night because I don't know if you guys have picked up on this at all, but I'm a pretty socially awkward person. Maybe it doesn't come through on the camera, maybe it does, but I always get really nervous around meeting new people. So I was just really nervous for the next day. So I kind of settled in, tried to get some sleep, didn't really get a lot of sleep. All right guys, so I have arrived. I've checked into my hotel. It is 11:30. Settled into bed, getting some editing done. I'm about to call it a night. Yeah, get ready for the day tomorrow. So trip is over. We are here, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. So the next day comes and they send a van and they tell me that I am going to be basically paired up with another content creator for this whole trip, Perfecto de Castro. All right guys, it is day one. I got up at 6 in the morning, did a little video editing, got ready for the day, got a workout, got a run in, and now we are headed down to the lobby to meet Perfecto and head over to Sweetwater. Let's do it. You guys are probably familiar with his YouTube channel because it's huge and he's been in the game a long time. Has a huge following, makes great content. So that was another thing that made me nervous right off the bat too. I've never really, you know, hung out with any other content creators. I got to hang out with Fluff for a little bit when his band came close to me, I went and hung out with him. But other than that, man, it's basically just kind of been like me by myself for the most part. So I was nervous to meet Perfecto, but honestly, he turned out to be right off the bat an incredibly nice guy. We got along, we hit it off pretty much immediately, so that was a relief. We show up at the Sweetwater facility, and Tyler and Josh are waiting for us. They give us a tour of the place, and their facility is just like, it's ridiculous. It's huge, it's state of the art, everything inside is so clean, and most importantly, they have a slide. So I think that kind of sets the tone, just what kind of attitude that they're trying to cultivate there, and I thought that was really cool. So they give us a tour of basically their headquarters, and they show us after that into the store, which of course I was super interested in. I wanted to check out the store, see what type of gear they had hanging on the walls, and see what kind of bad decisions that I could end up making. So we went, hung out in the store for a little while. Both Perfecto and I were trying out some different stuff they have an amp wall set up in their store with a bunch of different cabinets hooked up to it. So I fumbled my way through some riffs, and then I handed the guitar to Perfecto and kind of watched him do his thing while I was flipping around the tones and stuff, and we had a really good time. They still didn't tell us what we were doing, and I actually did ask. I'm like, hey, so what are we doing here? And they're like, you'll see. But that was pretty much the first day. We ended up, Perfecto and I ended up going out, getting some food together and just kind of hanging out. He gave me a lot of advice and some stories, and it was really cool getting to know him and getting some really good advice from somebody who genuinely was like interested in the trajectory of my channel, and him having been through everything that I'm going through right now, getting some really solid advice to take home with me was really appreciated. Really kind of put my mind at ease about the channel too. It seems like everything, according to him, was going really well, so I really appreciated that guidance and that advice from him. That was very valuable to me, and it was cool to just make a friend and connect with somebody who does the same thing that I do, because not a lot of people do this that you can relate to on a daily basis. So that was day one. Day two, we head back in the morning, and they gave us a tour of their massive facility, their massive distribution center. And when I say massive, it's an understatement. It took us a really long time to get through that. I found out about some cool services that Sweetwater offers that I didn't even know that they offered. They offer guitar upgrades. They have like a custom shop where they can install different pickups for you before they send out a new guitar. They can plec your guitar for you. So if you buy a guitar and you want to make sure that the frets are legit right out of the box, like, they will plec your guitar. They'll basically do anything that a custom shop would do for a customer. And I thought that that was really cool, because it's like, when you order a new guitar, sometimes you know right off the bat that you're going to change out the pickups, or you know right off the bat that you're going to take it to a luthier to have the frets leveled and stuff, and they do that. So they do it right in-house. They'll do it for you, stick it in the box, ship it out. I thought that was a really cool service. Another thing that they do that I never knew about is they have a case measuring service where they go through all of the guitar and bass cases that they offer, and they measure and they fit a whole bunch of different guitars in each individual case. Therefore, when you go to buy a guitar, if it doesn't have a matched case with it, they give you options of what cases will fit that guitar, because they've already done the measuring for you. They take the guesswork out of it. I thought that that was another really cool service. Another service that they offer is they have a little amp repair and modding facility within their distribution center, which I had no idea. I'd never heard of that before. I didn't get into too much detail with them about that, but it does seem like they do offer tube amp repairs. They offer maybe slight tube amp modifications. That's something that you would have to contact them and find out for sure on. It's been a little while, and I forget the exact details of the conversation, but they definitely do offer like tube amp repair, which I didn't know that. I didn't know that Sweetwater did that, and I'm guessing that you probably didn't either. So now you know, and you can hit them up if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah, we got to tour the entire distribution facility. It was incredibly clean. The facility itself was so massive. I'll post up some pictures, but there are a couple of pictures that I took next to the wall, the rack of guitars that they have, and it is just massive. Like, it's even in the picture, like, it just does not do it justice. I don't even want to sit and think about how many guitars were there, but it was more than you could ever comprehend. It was really surprising to see how much stuff they actually had there. I thought that that was really cool. And everything that was on that rack had already gone through the 55-point inspection. So we actually got to go over and check out the inspection station. And in the video on Sweetwater's channel that is up now that I'm going to direct you guys to, they actually give us a whole tour of the warehouse. So if you want to see me tour the warehouse and find out all this stuff I'm telling you right now, it'll be in that video. So we got to check out the inspection station, basically how they run that. Everything there, of course, is like a finely tuned machine. So really impressive stuff that they do there. And yeah, it was just really impressive overall to learn all the services that they provide. It was really cool to get a look behind the scenes of everything that goes on with the inspection of your guitar before you buy it, everything that it goes through, basically just to see what a massive operation it was. It was kind of mind-blowing. So finally, we get to the first day of filming. I was out there for 4 days total, and the first day of filming, they finally revealed to us what was going on. They had like a full-on legit film crew there, like getting us wired up for wireless sound and everything, and doing all the lighting, getting all the shots right and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is legit. This is so much more legit than what I do here in my basement. So of course the nerves started going right away. And they finally revealed to us that we were going to be building a professional level rig for a specified genre, but they didn't tell us what the genre was going to be. And essentially, we were competing against each other, Perfecto and myself, to see who could build the better rig with the budget. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I know gear pretty well. Like, I feel like this won't be too much of a challenge, you know what I mean? I felt kind of a little bit more confident after they revealed to us what we were gonna be doing. But the fact that I was still gonna be on camera with other people watching me, I was still nervous regardless, so not used to having other people around when I film. So that was a little bit, it was hard for me to kind of break into feeling comfortable about that. The next step was basically them filming the introductions for us and then revealing what genre we were gonna be building rigs for. So of course in my head, I'm like, please be rock, please be metal, please be punk, please be something that I'm at least like mostly familiar with. So they reveal what type of rig that we're gonna be building, and it's a country rig. So immediately I'm just like, great. I know absolutely nothing about country. Other than Telecasters, I mean, I literally didn't have a clue. So the show basically was us trying to use the services that Sweetwater provides in order to build a country rig. And they basically, you know, it's them showcasing the website, showing some of the awesome tools and utilities that they have for the customer when they are going to maybe make a purchase or build an entire rig, like things that I never even knew existed on their website. Literally just, they walked me through building a country rig, somebody who knows gear but doesn't know that type of gear at all, using basically what they provide as far as utilities on their website. Made it really easy. Like, I went from feeling really nervous and clueless to actually feeling overall pretty confident and getting some ideas in my head really quickly just by using that. And this is not a sponsored video for Sweetwater. It kind of sounds like it is right now, but I'm just kind of like revealing what we were doing. And I genuinely was impressed with what they provide for the customer in order to help make solid choices. Like, it really did kind of open my eyes to like how much they do for the customer beyond just selling them a guitar or selling them strings. Like, they literally have guides to walk you through every aspect of your gear and to help you make the right choice. And on top of that, like, we part of the show is we had to call our Sweetwater sales engineer and basically, you know, ask any questions that we might have had about building our rig. And even doing that, like, I was able to call my Sweetwater sales engineer and ask him a couple of questions about some of the choices that I had made and how he felt about it. And honestly, that was helpful because this is the first time in a long time where I was coming at a guitar rig where I didn't know what I was doing, because, you know, I've gotten pretty comfortable in my world here, but stepping outside of what I know and talking to somebody who was super helpful to me was really kind of eye-opening of like how much these guys have to know in order to get this job and to be able to talk to you on your end. So yeah, without saying too much more, I felt like I did a pretty good job. And somebody at the end of the video has to come in and play the rig and basically evaluate all your choices. And I'm not gonna give you guys too much more because I want you to go and watch the video. I also want you to leave a comment on their video saying that I sent you over there, and just let them know that they didn't make a massive mistake in flying some nobody out there in order to make content. You know, I would kind of appreciate it if you guys would let them know that you guys are watching. That would mean a lot to me. Yeah, at the very end, the competition's over and we are basically getting ready to wrap up the shoot. We're on the very last portion of the shoot and they're kind of going over some details of, you know, this video series is essentially for you, the customer. Like, you guys are gonna get opportunities to do what I did, and we were just the guinea pigs. So I think that that's really cool. But they're explaining to you that you can actually get in just for this first episode, get in on a giveaway of a full-on country rig that they put together as an example. So they're telling you the details on how you can win, and then at the very last second, they say, and by the way, you guys are taking this home too. And I kind of was just like looking around in disbelief because I was just like, no way. Because there was a budget attached to this rig and it was no small budget. Like, it was a rig that a few years ago would have changed my life had I have gotten that much money worth of gear. Like, it blew me away that they were willing to do that for us just for coming out and kind of being for the guinea pigs for the show. So, you know, I gotta thank Sweetwater for bringing me out. It was the experience of a lifetime. I had such a good time. I'm not gonna reveal to you what the rig was because I want you guys to go watch that video and see the genuine reactions of everything that happened. It would mean a lot to me. And again, leave a comment over there. And then I want you to come back here and I want you to tell me whether I should make a video of that rig and seeing if we can make it do the metal thing that I do so much here on the channel, because it was certainly not built for the belligerent amateur thrash riffs like you guys usually come here for. And I think it might be fun to take that rig that they gave me and kind of make it do the thing that we do here. So thanks for watching this video, and I would really appreciate it if you guys go over to Sweetwater's YouTube channel and watch the first episode of Rig Builders. Leave them a comment, let them know what you think. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to Sweetwater for bringing me out. It was an incredible opportunity, and thank you guys for the support, because stuff like this doesn't happen if you guys don't support my channel, if you guys don't watch, click the like button, all the stuff that, you know, every YouTuber tells you to do when you guys watch the videos. Like, that stuff does make a difference. Your support and engagement with my channel is literally directly responsible for me getting opportunities like this. So can't thank you guys enough for supporting the channel the way that you have since the beginning. Literally means the world to me. To get these opportunities, it still just blows my mind. So yeah, that was my trip to Sweetwater that I can finally tell you guys about. So again, go over to Sweetwater's YouTube channel right now. Don't even bother clicking and subscribing to my channel. I'll put a link down below to the Rig Builder stuff in the description of this video so you guys can find it easily, and go watch that video and then come back here and tell me what you think. Kyle here again. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.